Today's first mag is sponsored by Acre. Acre is a subscription-based platform for buying gold. Acre lets you make small monthly payments, and once your account hits a certain threshold, Acre will send gold straight to your house. There's a $30 and a $50 option. Each month when your account reaches the price of a 2.5 gram Acre Gold bar, Acre will then discreetly ship you a small gold bar every time your account hits that price threshold, and then credit any remainder to your next gold bar. So if you're interested in buying gold or simply want to learn more information, you can click the link in the description section of this video. Peter's getting attacked by a wasp right now. All right, so I know you see it. It is the Pestilence from Meridian Defense. Now, for people wondering, Pestilence, what does that mean? Well, they started a series called the Four Horsemen, the Apocalypse. So it's like their series of apocalyptic AKs. They all have their own kind of style, kind of purpose. I have another one, the War, which is their RPK, and which is honestly kind of a bigger, longer version of this. The Pestilence, I think, and when I shot the War, I was like, oh, this is one of my favorites, but I don't know. I think this might. This one. All right, let's just jump into it real quickly. I asked Peter off camera, I was like, man, should I put an optic on this one? Like, I was gonna put a little Delta Point Pro on it and stuff like that. Peter's like, nah, no, I kind of like the way it is. It looks kind of old school and a little funky. And that's what I like about this. It's just an AK, but it has this essence to it. You know, there's some modern parts to it, of course. You know, you got this particular grip. That's pretty much, well, no, that's not it. Then you have the Ultimac rail, which allows you to put an optic on it. But it's refined. It's beautiful. I mean, look at this distressed finish. I had one of my friends pick it up and he's like, is that nickel boron? I'm like, no, it's not nickel boron, it's just a finish. He's like, that looks like nickel boron. I was like, no, it's just a finish. He's like, no, I think he just wanted to say nickel boron 8 million times, but he's actually down there. So, along with that, I would have to say my favorite aspect of this rifle, and it's gonna seem kind of weird and a little kind of odd, is the dongle. And if Peter wasn't behind the camera, he would have some stupid joke to make.
How's that dongle feel in your hands, though?
Shut up. But I really like the dongle because, as you guys know, I tend to like foregrips. I like being able to kind of pull the gun into my shoulder and pull the gun in a way that you can't necessarily do when you're when you're running a gun that doesn't have that. So again, Meridian Defense. Now, a couple of you guys are wondering, what is the 83? Well, my other RPK from Meridian Defense that has the 80 also has the 83 on it. And what it is usually, typically speaking, what they'll do is the remaining parts kit that they use to build a gun, whatever year that parts kit was from, they'll put it on the gun. However, being the narcissist that I am, I was like, can you just put my birth year? Because the 80s were the greatest years ever. Because, you know, just take my word for it. The 80s were the greatest years ever. Even though I don't barely remember any of it because I was a kid. But in retrospect, I can. 83 represents the year that I was born. And even that aesthetically, it just gives this gun a certain pop that is really hard to describe. I mean, there are a lot of AKs that kind of look like this. Kind of, sort of, you know, a little bit. But they've taken everything and made it a little bit better aesthetically. So yeah, you have AKs that are kind of black or whatever the case is, and it has a certain finish, but this kind of distressed finish, even though it's not because of my doing, but what they did, it looks cool. And then you have the finish on the wood. Even though it looks aged, it still has a newness to it. It doesn't feel old, it just looks old. And of course, you got the brake up here. This is a 14.5 pin and weld, so that means that we have to pin the brake in order to get to 16 inches. I'm not even gonna get on that soapbox, but they have to do it. That being said, does a good job. This brake does a really good job of keeping the gun, honestly, pretty doggone flat. Damn, I like this trigger on this gun. So it's running the ALG trigger, which I've actually used in other guns, but for some reason, like I have the Micro Draco that Meridian Defense did for me, and they also they put an ALG trigger in it, but for some reason, I really like the ALG trigger on this gun. And they're the same damn gun. Go out. There we go. This is a fun gun to shoot. It's a really fun gun. Is it as fun as the RPK? No, because it doesn't have the same drama that comes with the RPK when you're shooting it. But this is what really honestly would kind of make a good case for being my, like, I feel like this would be my AK if I was carrying an AK in the Book of Eli. Yeah, I think, yeah. For nothing more other than the aesthetic. Like, it just the gun just looks so damn good. Meridian Defense has a weird way of kind of creating guns that, at least within this 4 Horsemen series, they have a certain look to them that anytime somebody sees them and I have them out, they're like, man, like people are actually kind of drawn to them. I don't really understand it. I'm being dead serious here. They just have a certain look that really draws people's attention in a very good way, even for me, because it's like every time I know I'm going out to shoot one of these, I really get happy. Now, I always get happy when I'm going to shoot, but there's a very organic kind of enjoyment that comes with just shooting something as simple as this. It's just simple. You know, ARs can get, you know, really technical, which is good, I like that. But sometimes you just want to get into a good old muscle car and just smell some gas, hear loud noises that are unrefined, and just enjoy the sensations that come with it. I will say, this dongle thingy here is really comfortable. This is really comfortable. I know it looks weird. I know it looks a little phallic, but it's actually really, really comfortable. Especially considering so much heat gets trapped in this Ultimac rail. So having this here is a godsend, because this wood isn't communicating heat to your hand the same way something that was steel or aluminum or something like that would do. So thank God for the dongle. So we like the dongle because it looks good. We like the dongle because it also feels good at the same time. Shut up, Peter. But as you can see, I thoroughly love shooting this damn gun.
Damn, this thing is stumping that target.
Whew. Pestilence. Meridian Defense. Yeah. Usually, typically speaking, if I was really gonna carry a gun in an apocalyptic scenario, it'd probably have like a side folding stock and a bunch of places where I can attach an optic. I'm a big fan of this finish. This distress finish, I really, really like it a lot. And then you know what, a part of it too, and you can say it's just marketing with the 4 Horsemen and the apocalyptic series, and this is called Pestilence. But let's not kid ourselves, it's actually pretty damn cool. At least it is for me. And then at the end of the day, I've always been a fan of the AK silhouette, even more so than the AR. And I know that might sound blasphemous, but it's just the truth. This is actually one of my favorite shirts that I make. There's just something about the silhouette of the AK that is, to me, it's just natural. It's just natural. I don't understand. It's just natural. And when I look at this, I get the same feeling. That's what it does. So,
The Pestilence from Meridian Defense.
Holding that dong makes you shoot
shut
better,
up,
doesn't it?
Peter. Today, there was another growing gun confiscation request in all 50 of our states requesting to confiscate our AR-15s. We want the government to know what would happen if they tyrannically passed their so-called assault weapons ban. I will not comply is a symbolization of defiance against politicians, anti-gunners, and any other tyrannical entity looking to deprive you or your Second Amendment right as put forth in the Constitution of the United States. I'm sure the YouTube algorithm is going to do a phenomenal job of suppressing this message. So please share this video with as many people as you can so we can beat the algorithm and get our two-way message out to the masses. Also, don't forget to like this video and leave a comment and hit the bell and subscribe button. Let my voice be your voice and let them know you want to keep America tactical, because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed wasn't a suggestion, it was a directive. Also, if you're wondering where to purchase your AR-15s are essential, I will not comply. I am the militia. I lost all my guns in a boating accident, and your state-specific Keep America Tactical shirt, click the link next to my head or the link in the description section, or if you're watching this on a mobile device, tap the small triangle on the lower right-hand side of this video and click the link in the description.